Geometry Dash has many cool styles, but many people don't know many of them. I am personally a connoisseur of GD styles, a scholar if you will. So today, I thought I would make a video on all the different GD styles. Before we start the video, like, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends. As you probably don't know, we're going for 100 subscribers before the end of the year, and it would mean the world to me. Also, I was told to try and keep my commentary as natural as possible, so I won't be using a script for the rest of the video. Anyway, let's get right into it. Disclaimer, I'm going out of town this weekend, so don't expect any weekend videos. Enjoy! Generic. Generic style is really bad, to be honest. It doesn't take skill and is usually empty. It's extremely easy to master. Usually it can be used to CP grind, at least in the early stages of 2.1 when people were still finding that normal. A good example of generic levels is the Levolution trend that started and died really quickly. We're going to go past generic really quickly because it's terrible. It's a terrible style. Design. Design is the stepsister style to Glow. Shut up. It usually has cool designs, but it's not as Glow heavy. There are a good few people that do design levels, like Darwin, for example. He's really good at making design levels, but design levels are also pretty mainstream, so it's not really my favorite. But you know, it is a decent place to start because you can definitely get into a lot of Extreme Demon Maker collabs and whatnot with a good knowledge of both design and Glow style. Moving on. Glow. Glow is a very mainstream style of building. Usually it's not that original. You don't find many original Glow levels, but they can look cool because they usually, or not usually, but sometimes if you get a really good Glow level, they have amazing atmosphere. And that is something that I like about Glow, but one thing I don't like about Glow is how mainstream it is. There are so many Glow creators that I can't really give you a solid like person who works on it. So yeah, we're gonna have to just go to the next one. Effect. Effect levels look crazy. There are a lot of really cool looking effect levels that you can find not as frequently, but you can find them pretty frequently. They're somewhat mainstream, but it's harder to master. A good few creators that do this are Ilrel and Sputniks. Moving on. Modern. Minimalistic, but abstract. In a good way. It's one of the easiest styles to master, if not the easiest, because, well, what I'll tell you is that there are many variations of modern style. You could probably do a whole video on modern subgenres in general, but to keep it more simple for this basic video, I will just let you know that there's a lot of different kinds of modern style levels. Now, there are a good few people that make modern. Some older people are optical, but some newer modern creators are Knots and Best Boy Fox. Moving on. art. There are a couple of art styles, like a thematic art style where it takes that it makes art out of, it's more of just like themed. It's a themed level. That's what thematic art styles could be. But there are also art styles where it is art in levels with another genre of style. Like, you could make an art level with modern, or an art level that's effect heavy. But the main point is that art is when you make art in Geometry Dash. And you're probably a weeb. A good few people that do art are Rayunomi, Furs, and yeah. But we'll talk about them later in another, well, my favorite style. Moving on. Tech. Now, original tech is not as good. But Textile has evolved a lot since its start in 2.0. Old Textile had a lot of famous creators like Mannix, Laser Blitz, and Edicts. People like them, they were really good at Textile, to the point that they kind of made their own style, which we will talk about that in this video, so make sure to watch till the end. But, you know, tech has evolved over the years. Like, older tech looked like this, and modern tech looks like this. So as you can see, it has evolved a lot. Moving on. Now let's talk about a different kind of subgenre of modern tech. Modern tech is a way more stylized version of tech, where it focuses more on looking themed and having a storyline than usual tech. Where modern tech usually has a boss fight in it, which, to be honest, modern tech is probably my favorite, or one of my favorite creating styles. I tried to master it, which I'm not the best at it, but I do make modern tech. So, you know, it looks really good, and there's a lot of famous people that make it. Like Zender Game is the connoisseur, the OG modern tech guy. And I'm just gonna label off people that I have more personal connections to as other examples, such as Dolphy, Foxy Dolly, and others. So, yeah. Moving on. Stylized Tech. Stylized Tech is similar to a style that I'll talk about later on in the video. But, you know, basically tech is really, it has a theme. Not like modern tech, because modern tech has a specific look to it with a theme. But stylized tech looks more like its father genre of normal tech, or maybe a variation of its father style of normal tech, and just gives it a theme. I personally kind of like this style. I actually like tech style. Any kind of tech style looks very nice to me. Moving on. Glow Tech. Glow Tech is basically just glow style, but it has an underlying technological theme. It usually has both aspects of tech and glow style, but it also is well blended so that it doesn't look like glow just got put all over a tech level, or tech was overused in a glow level. It blends itself in, and it usually leans more towards looking like glow style, but you know that it has a kind of techie theme. So yeah, it can look pretty good, but only if it's executed very well. Moving on. Divergent. Now we're getting into more of my favored styles. Divergent is a style that are similar to other styles, but are too advanced or too different to be considered any one. You know, Divergent can mean either it's your own style that nobody else has created, and it could pay a lot of homage to a normal, more mainstream style, but it can also be a style that multiple people can do, but just is so different from other styles that, you know, it just doesn't really show up like that. You don't really see Divergent levels that frequently. It's not that frequent, but I love it because of how expressive it can be. I don't really do like a generalized Divergent style. My main style is a specific Divergent style, but yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Artcore. Artcore is a Divergent style, which is basically an art level with RTX on. It can either be a themed level or just a really highly detailed level. And this is probably the least done creating style, or one of the least done creating styles ever. Like, for real, the only time I've ever heard of somebody doing like Divergent Artcore, I can only think of 4 people, which is Rayunomi, Space Dust, and Furs, along with me, which I haven't even mastered it, but you know, if you haven't, you should watch my Artcore tutorial series. I might make another video if you guys want me to, so you know. But yeah, Artcore is probably my favorite style because it allows you to make very realistic looking worlds, just straight up making your own universe in immense, extreme detail, which you can do in many other styles, but not like Artcore. You can make it look realistic in Artcore, and I don't know why, but that I just love how that works. So yeah, Artcore is definitely my favorite and main creating style, and you should try it too, because I think it should be more mainstream. Now, last but not least, we have game style, which is basically a game inside of the game. You have to be an absolute legend with the editor to make these. The only person that has really made something like this is Cirtrax, and that's really it. He's the only one that's made it significantly. And I mean, like, he's made a full-on game with a save system and all. And, you know, I just find that absolutely crazy. It's a really cool style. I don't really like it that much because it's so complicated and stuff, and it's not really worth learning. I wouldn't recommend trying to learn game style, but if you want to, you can. Which, Cirtrax isn't the only one who's done game style, but you know, there's a lot of, he's the only one that's done it good, in my opinion. Or at least frequently. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me for you guys to watch my content. This has been like my dream for so long. And if there's any other style that I didn't talk about that you guys want me to talk about, I am perfectly obliged to do that. I could make this a whole series where I talk on a specific style, and maybe I could do style tutorials, but that would be really hard for me because like I have to do I'd have to learn every style and then create entire series over it and whatnot. But I can, if you guys notice that I missed out any style, I will make another video on it if I missed anything. So if there's a style you guys want me to talk about, I'll make a video talking about more styles. And if you want any tutorials on specific styles, you know what to do. Just leave a comment and whatnot. For Artcore, I already have a tutorial series going, so, and I'll leave that in the description as well as on the end card for the screen at the end of the video. So yeah, like I said at the start, like, subscribe, share the channel and whatnot, do all that crazy stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!